So in creating a relationship with a strategic partner, one kind of relationship is the investment. We go through a very conventional, very similar process. We're often co-investing with venture funds on Sand Hill Road. So that process should be unextraordinary to you and not complicated by the fact that we're a strategic. Behind the curtain, I may have some obligations, depending on the dollar amount, of internal approvals and internal advisory boards that I have to talk to. That part of the deal should not be overly complicated by having a strategic at the table. I think there was an era where strategics assumed that through the investment they could get rights. I think most of that is gone now. It's unlikely that rights will be captured, in a stock purchase agreement because other investors are buying a certain amount of share per dollar. There's no room for somebody to get more than a share for the dollar. Separately, we've entered into agreements as simple as information rights, just meaning that we will ask you a couple times a year to come and talk to folks inside of our company and discuss progress, and that should be a two-way exchange where we can help, again, on those same issues of preclinical, clinical reimbursement and other things. If licenses, paths to acquisition, other kinds of collaborations are anticipated, that's a different game. And the investors in my group will work with a business development person from one of the operating companies to figure out how this all fits together in collaboration with the discussion with the entrepreneur. And that set of agreements, the more conventional business development agreements, those will follow their own course through legal and financial review inside of J&J. There's a lot of mythology about dealing with strategics, that it's complicated and long, and my experience on the way to closing a deal, the likelihood of a deal closing gets greater and greater in a very linear way for us. We have more folks to talk through, maybe more issues, maybe more T's to cross and I's to dot, but it's a very linear process. I think with other investors and collaborators, it's a very nonlinear process. Maybe a partner in the fund decides the deal isn't as exciting as they thought, and they'll drop, their certainty of closing drops off. Maybe there's an issue that comes up near the end of the process that complicates the closing. For us, very simple, very linear, very unlikely that late in the process things unravel. So I think it's a logical objective. The more open it is on both sides with what I want, what I need versus what you want, what you need to get the deal done. And I think we've gotten pretty good over the years at being very open about that and making it black and white. If something can be done, we'll keep working forward. And if there are reasons not to proceed, then we'll go away. For us, it's important to keep the option open of coming back sometime in the future. So should never be a catastrophic end to one of those discussions.